Today we talk about taking vacations you didn't earn and our eating habits. Let us know if you're feeling picky about anything that was discussed on our Instagram, Twitter, or on our website, tiltednotstirred.com. Dinner is ready.
Hello, my name is Edwin.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Frantic.
And together we are Tilted Not Stirred. So what has you guys feeling tilted today? What have you guys been up to?
I decided to watch a couple movies the other day. Some classics. I watched Fight Club and There Will Be Blood for the first time. So that was pretty cool.
I've never seen Fight Club, but apparently I don't know.
It's one of those.
Rule number one, right?
It's one of those. It's one of those movies that you kind of have to say you've watched, and you gotta lie about it if you haven't.
I mean,
there's a lot of those movies.
I recommend it.
There's a lot of those movies. Like, I've seen like The Godfather. You're not cultured if you haven't seen The Godfather. It's.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
Me neither. Schindler's List.
I haven't seen that one.
What's that Morgan Freeman one? Redemption. Shawshank Redemption.
Oh,
I've seen that one.
Shawshank's really good.
Yeah, because I haven't seen that one either.
There's a bunch of classics that during the pandemic I got into watching because I was like, I don't watch movies. I just don't. Period. So I tried to watch the classics. But if you're from Boston, The Departed means a lot to you.
Part is also great.
I haven't seen it. But for me, what else have you been up to, Jeff? Just watching old movies?
Watch movies, watch Loki, school. Not much.
That E3.
E3, yeah. We could talk about that some other time.
Yeah, I watched E3 conferences. Overall, I guess I'll segue into mine. Overall, it's a good week for me. It's a really good week in terms of entertainment. Like, there's just a lot of things to be watching. So on accessibility, remember we talked about accessibility of sports and stuff and how we can now watch it. Right now there's two tournaments going on. There's the Euros and Copa America for soccer.
Okay.
And Univision was like, hey, we're gonna put out a new app and you can watch the Euros for free. It's just there. You can watch it, it's all going to be provided for you. It's just going to, you don't have to watch it in Spanish, but it's there. And that's been fantastic. It's been incredible because I have access to the Euros, which was a thing that I was originally not planning on watching. I was like, I'll watch the highlights. Fuck it. But now I've been watching about 3 or 4 games a day.
Nice. Didn't Cristiano Ronaldo become the top scorer for the Euros?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 6 goals short to be the top scorer in international football ever. Soccer ever. Yeah.
So who's the GOAT? Is it Messi? Is it Ronaldo? Or is there someone else?
Is it Pele?
So in terms of talent, is Messi. In terms of work ethic, is Coca-Cola. No, Coca-Cola. It's Cristiano. But did you guys see the Coca-Cola thing that Cristiano did?
No. So
Cristiano Ronaldo just cost Coca-Cola $5.2 billion.
Billion.
What did he do? Did he shit talk him or something?
No, it was a press conference. So Coca-Cola is a sponsor for the Euros. He walks into his press. Coca-Cola has 2 bottles of Coke lined up in front of everyone. Okay. Kind of like the Gatorade thing for NBA.
Right.
The players are talking and there's a product in front of them. So Ronaldo walks in and there's 2 bottles of Coke in front of him. And he looks absolutely disgusted by it. He grabs them.
Soda.
He grabs both bottles and puts them on the other side where he's not sitting. And then he grabs a water bottle and he goes, drink water. The stock fell like crazy. And
buy the dips, boys.
Drink water.
Yeah, the stock dripped like crazy, and Coca-Cola lost $5.2 billion in just that action.
What day was this?
It was when Portugal played their first game. I want to say Thursday of last week. on Friday of
Jeez.
last week. It was incredible. It was
Hey,
absolutely amazing.
you know, he's got that how can I put this? The stature, the status. He can say so, he can do things like that because, you know, he's motherfucking Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yep, you got it.
But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can imagine a lot of athletes, they have sponsored drinks or whatever on the table during the conferences, and they definitely don't drink those, but they gotta, some of them even have to do a little spiel for it, which,
Yeah.
you know,
Cristiano said, "Get this shit away from me."
yeah.
And another thing that happened in the Euros, a player, Christian Erickson, he used to play for Tottenham Hotspurs. He now plays for Inter.
Okay.
He got cardiac arrest in the field and he died
Oh shit.
momentarily. He died momentarily. They brought him back to life through a defibrillation, but that happened live on television. It was scary.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they gotta cut away from that, right?
Yeah,
Like
they cut away
as he's
from
getting
it.
like medical attention.
No, it was on TV.
What? All of that was just the paramedics. All
Yeah,
that was
the
on
paramedics
TV?
coming in.
Jesus.
It was on TV.
Mm.
They took a break and decided, are we gonna keep playing this? And eventually they did. But
Okay.
yeah, this whole tournament has been about like awareness and also trying like they're telling people if you're trying to help, the best way to help Christian Erickson is to learn CPR because that's what saved his life, you know. So they're telling people go learn CPR because this shit could happen to anyone, you know. It was scary. He was walking, the ball had been out of play as he was walking towards, you know how they do a throw in, right?
Yeah.
He was walking towards the ball. They threw the ball at him. It hit his face, and he just fell
Oh,
because he
fuck.
was already kind of already stumbling. He was stumbling there. They threw the ball, and he just collapsed, and he was dead. He was not breathing or anything, and then they brought him back.
Hmm.
Some scary shit, but yeah. And then Guilty Gear Strive has been taking over my life, you know. So
I've seen the gameplays on it, and it seems fun. I'm not super into fighting games like that, but it seems cool. Yeah.
super excited. What about you, Fennec? What's up?
Well, you guys, as you guys can see, I am in Mexico on a vacation. On a vacation that I do not deserve, but you know, my girlfriend.
You deserve everything, King.
My girlfriend wanted to go on a family vacation, and so here I am on vacation.
Nice.
And it's been fun. Yesterday was a bit of a rough day. You know, people like to overdrink the first day of going out, and then the rest of the trip is like because everyone's already kind of off. But this morning they're already drinking beer, so I guess yesterday did nothing to deter them from partying.
The best way to get over a hangover, dude.
Yeah,
You drink
every
more.
dog
Is
that
to
bit you,
not
dude.
stop drinking. Yeah. Anyways, dude, I'm in Mexico, and when I go to Mexico, there's a certain level of excellence that I want in my meals. God, like, what do I gotta do around here to get food? I know that I'm at a hotel, and it's like a resort, and the workers here aren't incentivized to make good food just to bring it to you quickly, because that's how they get their tip, you know. But geez, like, what do I feel like, do I need to slip them a bill? Like, hey, like, what do the Mexicans order around here? Because, like, all this touristy, like, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Under-seasoned food, so they won't upset, you know, certain people's stomachs.
Yeah, and the food out here has been god awful. I think we're gonna have to drive a little, like maybe an hour inland. Maybe we'll find something decent.
You never go wrong with street tacos, man. You just never go wrong.
I mean, at this point, whatever it takes, man. Just I need something authentic. Anything at all would be great. Yeah, I'm in it's called Puerto Peñasco, and it's cool. It's cool. My lady and her family, they haven't been here for 5 years, and 5 years ago it was only a few hotels, and right now There's a lot more of them, and a lot of them are still under construction. So it's gonna be a cool area, probably like in 5 to 10 years. It's gonna be lit out here. But for right now, it's been pretty chill.
See,
Pretty chill.
for me, traveling, I would never want to travel and go to a resort. That's just not my thing. Like, I feel like the people that go on cruises and say they travel. No, you fucking didn't. You stayed on a fucking boat.
Mm. So then what?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Like, so if you were to travel, then what are the requirements? What's the bare
I feel
minimum?
like I would. I know. I feel like if I was gonna stay in a hotel somewhere, right? I would stay in a hotel in a city where I can explore the city and explore like if let's say I'm gonna go to Mexico City, right? If I go to Mexico City, I'll stay in the city and try to explore, go see the pyramids, go see all these things, right?
Okay.
Whereas like I don't know. I don't know about stay. Like if you stay in a resort, that's where you're gonna stay. Like Cancun, Cabos, like
Yeah, that's a vacation.
But are you gonna explore? Or are you gonna stay in the hotel resort area? Are you gonna go see?
We're gonna explore a little
Mexico?
bit today. A little
Okay.
bit, yeah. We're not gonna stay at the pool. Dude, the pool is cool though. There's a bar at the pool. It's pretty nice. But
Wait,
anyways,
you're at a beach, but you're chilling in a pool.
well, so there's an infinity pool, and then you get to see the beach as well. So we've gone to the beach as well, but they don't serve food at the beach. They serve it at the pool, so we're chilling.
I get it though.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's comfort. It's.
Have y'all traveled out of the country, out of the U.S. of A?
Nope.
I don't have my passport.
Wait, so
So,
y'all
I
have
definitely-
never left?
Nah, I've never set foot.
I've been to Mexico,
Mm,
to Guerrero, to Acapulco.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
but
was there was a soccer field up the mountain that I would always go to every single day when I was over there.
I come to Mexico maybe twice a year, and yeah, so far the food has been disappointing, but maybe next episode I can come back with some better food experiences. Well, we'll see.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk about that. Let's talk about food since we're already on the topic. Like you go to Mexico, are you only gonna to eat tacos or what's up? Are you gonna explore and have something different, something regional? Sonora is known for their flour tortillas. Like everything is eaten with flour tortillas in Mexico.
Yeah,
in Sonora.
I've that's all I've been eating, flour tortillas. So
I mean, I haven't homemade flour tortillas sound like heaven.
yeah.
I don't know if have you had them?
Yeah, well, they have like tortillerias around here, everywhere,
Okay.
and yeah, we've already when we eat here at the hotel room, and we're cooking, like, yeah, it's decent because we're using better ingredients, but
So what's the plan? Do you whenever I go to an area, I look up places that I should go to eat, restaurants that I should definitely check out.
right.
Are you doing the same, or is first come first serve on restaurant basis? What are the habits that go into that?
Well, one thing about Mexico is that it's not the U.S., where the U.S. has like the infrastructure, like things like Yelp, and you can look up things very easily, and people are actively reviewing, and you have a decent idea of what's good. Here, they don't really have that too much yet. Even where my family's from in Mazatlan, they don't. There's a few places that are on Yelp, and that's when you're kind of like, it's hit or miss, because that might be like the Americanized type of restaurants where the hole in the walls are definitely not going to be on Yelp or on Google. So you got to kind of talk to the locals for that kind of stuff.
What about you, Jeff? Do you do any research on restaurants before you go eat?
No, I mean, whenever I go eat, it's usually with you guys. So yeah, I chill at home, order some McDonald's, some.
We got to take Edwin's word
Popeyes.
for things, yeah, or maybe even Gabriel, or since
Gabriel
he wanted to be a Yelper once upon a time. Not sure anymore.
I mean, we haven't kept up, but he was always on the app reviewing things.
I mean, to be fair, he showed us what Philippe's and Pepe's. Well, he took us there at least.
Pepe's was
Those
pretty
are solid.
good. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
I'm not as high on Pepe's as you guys are, but it's good. It's really good. Philippe's is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Philippe's, oh man, I would never forget that experience. The 75-cent lemonades, you know, you got your French dip. You can get them double dipped, or, you know, it was delicious for sure. But yeah, man, like, let's talk about, let's see, comfort food, right? The concept of comfort food. What is your comfort food? You say that I'm gonna travel somewhere. I don't feel like eating local stuff. I don't feel like breaking my head over what I'm gonna eat next. What's your baseline? What do you go for?
Probably anything with tortillas in it and cheese. So I guess a quesadilla would be the most comfort thing possible for me, because I feel like it's very difficult to get a quesadilla wrong. So that and like maybe some grilled chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the two things right there. You can't miss.
I mean, my go-tos would probably be like some chorizo and egg, or like some enchiladas. I don't know. That's what I'm like. Hell yeah, this is good eats.
So tortillas, right? You guys hinted at tortillas. I'm assuming you eat eggs and chorizo with tortillas, right?
You know it, sir.
How many tortillas do you eat in one sitting? That's
3 on average.
Three tortillas every meal?
Every breakfast usually. The meal's different.
What about you, Fennec? Whenever you have tortillas, what are we looking at? What's the damage?
What do you mean? Like, how many do I eat?
Yeah.
I try to limit. Actually, I'll have 3 max. Anything after 3, I understand the greatness of a tortilla as a transportation device for food, but if I have more than 3, I feel like at that point the tortilla was the main course, because I'm just eating way too much of it. So.
I'm a constant disappointment to my mom because I don't eat tortillas. Like, that's not the thing. Like, I'll eat tortillas if there's tacos to be had, but other than that, it's like, if I do eat a tortilla, it's one, and then I'll eat the rest of the food just like that.
Yeah.
You know, and apparently that's barbaric to every Mexican ever. And like my girlfriend's family, her dad would eat 6 tortillas a sitting.
Jesus.
And that's a normal thing.
That's excessive.
So that's like, you know, I've always like, my mom's always clowned me out for the one tortilla thing that I do. I was just like, sometimes I just want the taste. It's all good. I prefer bread if I can have any, you know, with meals. So, or rice. Rice is the main.
What? Why not do both, bro? You
ever had that's wild.
A meat and rice taco?
That's wild to me. People who can do rice and tortillas, that's wild to me.
That's a lot of carbs.
I don't understand. I mean, even without even
keep track of those.
Yeah, even without speaking about like tracking carbs or whatever, like, take the health shit away, right? We're just talking straight tortillas since this is not healthy.
Okay.
But there's people that have like in Mexico City, there's a thing called a torta de tamal, which is they put a tamale. They put that in bread. It's a sandwich of a tamale kind of thing.
Because the pasta's already the delivery device.
Yeah.
So when I heard that, I was like, no fucking way. That's not a thing, is it? It is.
I'm a very popular thing. I do love me some bread.
Bread is good. Damn. Didn't you do some cooking, Edwin? Once upon a time. I don't know if you still do.
I mean, I do a little bit. I dabble in it, but I'm not like our other friend. David. David is
Shout out
like,
to Dave.
Yeah, basically a chef.
yeah. Shout out to him. If he sets his mind to something, he's out there.
He masters it for sure. Yeah.
He started off as a baker. And that was his thing, baking. And
Shout outs to his cheesecake.
yeah, now he's branched off to cooking, and it looks delicious. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really good. I mean, do you guys have any plans? Okay, so household, you guys were successful, household going on, and all this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any plans on doing any cooking yourself as a man?
Gotta get the grill, man. I gotta get me a nice ass grill, because I love cooking me some meats, some steaks, some carne asada. Yeah, that's what I'm about. I don't cook traditional stuff. I just grill.
I think the only
you're gonna do the traditional guy approach, grilling.
Yeah.
Grilling's gonna be your thing.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't cook for myself. I think I'd only really cook for like my whammon. Cause I mean, like, let's say that we're in a living situation where she's at work and I have certain day off. I'm not gonna wait for her to get home so that we can figure out what to eat. Like if I'm home, I'll make food and then we'll go from there. But I wouldn't cook for myself. I don't know why. Cause I enjoy having a good meal, but I don't enjoy, and this is where I say God bless all the people who love cooking, because the patience it takes and the amount of cleaning and setup and everything that you need to do just to have a meal. It's like I cannot justify the amount of effort it goes into to make one single meal.
I look at it as creating art in a way. You're creating something that someone's gonna actively enjoy right away. Like if it's you, if it's somebody you're cooking for, you're making something that someone is going to consume right away. And it's like the most basic version of consuming. It's just like, this person's gonna have an experience with whatever I make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
isn't that?
We have opposite takes there.
All right.
I view cooking as like following an algorithm, like a very meticulous approach, where like, here's the instructions, do this, and you get this, and it's a process. And I enjoy that aspect of it. Of like, if I do all this right, I get something that's dank at the end.
But there's the creative process to cooking as well, where you can say, oh, maybe I'll add some pepper. The recipe doesn't call for pepper. Maybe I'll add some paprika. Maybe I'll add something different to give it a profile that I want, that I'm excited for.
I guess
you know what I mean?
I guess it just depends on whether you look at the food as utility or you view it as pleasure.
Yeah, that's one of those things that always creeps me out. Like I'm a person who thinks about their next meal.
Okay.
I mean, even to a fault. I'll be eating and then I'm like, man, I wonder what I'm gonna have next.
as you're eating.
Yeah, I really do think about what's my next meal when I'm on my own, right? When I'm not at home and meals are being provided to me.
Yeah.
When I'm on my own, I'm just gonna be like, hey, what's the next thing that I'm gonna have, right? And I always like to mix it up. I'm not a person that will eat the same thing twice in a row, but like it always creeped me out where people are just like, dude, I'll eat whatever the fuck as long as I'm full, as long as I'm good. At the end of it, I'll just eat anything. I don't care. They'll taco for days. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, that's
right?
me most of the time. Just get rid of the hunger and then move on. I only truly want to have an excellent meal when I'm paying for it. When I pay for it, then I want diversity. I want something with some more pizzazz, something special.
That's fair.
Yeah, but when I'm at home, it's just like I'll throw two breads, slap some ham in there, and keep this thing moving.
Well, let's say you're like in a work situation, right? And the only thing you had was nearby was a Del Taco, right? I'm not shitting on Del Taco, but I feel like their food is the worst out there.
Not shitting on them, but
I'm not shitting
I
on
guess I am shitting. I mean, sorry, but not sorry. Fuck Del Taco. Anyways,
shout outs to the Double Del.
you're out there. You're out there. Would you have Del Taco just to like fulfill your needs every single day?
I probably would not.
I wouldn't either. It'd have to be like a McDonald's.
Which
Yeah.
objectively not any better. But I mean, I see the appeal to a McDonald's as much as I could be snobby about food. I can see the appeal. Like,
Yeah.
while I'm having it, I think it's the greatest thing ever. But afterwards, I never feel good. So
Can I have a little rant about McDonald's?
sure.
Their spicy chicken sandwiches suck. Their new ones, they're mediocre at best. I had it. I was like, this is whatever. I was disappointed.
And you're a
I
spicy
was
chicken
upset.
connoisseur. So
Yeah.
So for everyone
McDonald's is at the bottom of the
listening-
list right now.
yeah. So for everyone listening, you should take Jeff's recommendation as a guarantee. So if he says it sucks, it sucks.
Let's segue with that. There's trending foods, right? Trending foods at the moment, right? Like spicy chicken.
Yep.
All right. It came out with who's the first? Popeyes.
Popeyes started it, and now everyone else is doing it. You got Carl's just announced theirs. That one's pretty good. I like theirs. They have
So let's
waffle
talk-
buns. Solid.
Let's stop there. Let's stop there real quick. Carl's Jr. It was close to our high school. We'd go to a park to play basketball, but Carl's Jr. was the place to go to eat when we were in high school. And their spicy chickens were absolute trash. Or if you didn't have money, which we didn't in high school at all,
Right.
you had their spicy chicken, right? And their spicy chicken was serviceable and whatever. But now restaurants are making a point to revamp every spicy chicken. I saw Farmer Boys has
Oh
one.
shit.
I saw that.
Stay
Carl's
tuned.
Jr. just announced.
Stay tuned for the Farmer Boys review
Yeah.
by Jeff.
Coming soon.
Oh shit! He knows where he's eating next. Yeah, so like spicy chickens are the trend right now, which is kind of wild because it always felt like it was always there.
I have a
Right?
conspiracy theory for this, dude.
What is it?
The price of beef is getting more expensive, so they're turning to chicken to try to cut some costs. And that's why they're just, here's chicken, eat chicken, buy this chicken.
Yo, that's pretty good. Cause, yeah, have y'all purchased any meat at the market recently?
I haven't.
It's like
No.
right now it's around $12 to $15 a pound for just
Jesus.
basic ass like carne asada meat that you would, just to slap on the grill and
Yeah.
say that you cook something. It's expensive because it used to be basically half that price.
So let's talk about meat then. We have, imitation meat now. Have you guys had it? An Impossible Burger, that type of burger kind of thing?
I've never had the
Maybe.
Impossible Burger, but I think I'd be more open to trying like the lab grown meat.
Lab grown?
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like
It's still
synthetic
meat?
meat.
Oh.
No,
it's not meat.
entirely synthetic.
Yeah. It's plant-based, correct?
I haven't done too much research on it. I just know it's lab grown meat, and that's all I know.
Because I know the Impossible Burger is lab-grown. It's not lab-grown. It's plant-based,
Mhm.
but it has things that simulate, like the blood juice flavor kind of thing of meat. And I tried it. If you just have an Impossible Burger, it tastes good. But if you have it next to an actual burger, there's a big difference.
Right.
There's a discernible difference. Like it's good on its own, but it's also a huge departure from meat as we know it. What do you think you think you guys will adopt it?
It'd have to be cheaper than normal meat, because I don't know why you would spend $8 for an Impossible Burger when you can spend half that to get a normal burger.
Mm.
You know.
Mm.
And then it would have to equal the taste. It can't be. If it's worse, I wouldn't eat it. Like, what's the point?
But the thing is, while you're eating it, you don't feel like it's different. That's the thing.
But I would know.
You would never have. I don't know. You would never have the same thing, but in meat form while you're having that. You know what I mean? Like chorizo. We just talked about chorizo with eggs.
Right.
Chorizo is actually pretty good.
Right.
Have you guys had it?
Wait, did you say soy chorizo?
Chorizo.
Yeah.
Chorizo?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I've never had that. That's an abomination, dude.
Try it out.
Nah.
I just
think
that all these vegan products have not made a good enough argument for the average consumer that doesn't care about veganism or anything like that.
Yeah, because right now the main appeal to veganism is health concerns and ethical concerns, when what they really should be targeting is the price concern. Because
environmental concerns.
Yeah, I mean, they might not have the logistics down to be able to produce like Impossible meat cheaper than regular meat. But if they could address that, as Jeff said, I mean, I feel like it'd be a really good competitor.
I feel like if we give it 10 years, people are going to have household meat replacements. It's going to happen. Guaranteed. People are going to start easing off on the meat, and it's going to become more of maybe a half and half. Maybe it's going to happen. I feel like meat is going to be reserved to like special.
How much does tofu cost?
Fuck tofu.
Well, yeah, you're asking for meat replacements. Tofu's been around forever,
but tofu's
that has
garbage.
never taken off.
Yeah, but like in
that's the thing.
In Asian countries, they, like you said, that the meat is reserved for like a more special occasion. A lot of them do have that, and they'll have things like tofu instead of meat.
But here's the thing, right? The Impossible meat kind of thing, it rivals meat. It mimics meat. Tofu just never done that. Tofu is always like, hey, we can flavor it whatever we want to flavor it, but it just never rivaled it in terms of like texture, in terms of look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas Impossible stuff, you wouldn't know if someone served you Impossible stuff. You just wouldn't know, unless you had whatever
blind taste testing.
Yeah,
I think you would instantly be able to recognize it, because you'd have like, oh, this is pretty good, and then you're like, oh wait, this is meat. The other one was not meat.
That would be interesting, yo. If we buy burgers from different places, and within these burgers, there's some of them that are Impossible meat. And so we'll like, let's say we cut each one in like maybe 3 pieces, so each of us can try each burger.
Mm-hmm.
And then we let the folks know the real deal.
Well,
this is all scientific theory, all right? We're gonna do this to the T.
Well, like I told you guys, if you have meat side by side to an Impossible thing, you're going to be able to tell. You're gonna like the meat version better. But if you have Impossible stuff, and that's it, you're going to feel like you scratched the itch you had for meat.
I'm not sold.
Like, so
You're not
food
convinced.
Yeah, like food courts are trending now. People are putting, a bunch of local places inside food courts, right? And everybody flocks to them. That's the new thing. That's the new wave, right? We got local stuff. Monty's Good Burger in Riverside Food Lab is a place that makes meatless burgers, right? And you wouldn't be able to taste any difference. And it's really, really good. But you just can't taste the difference with a regular burger unless you had it side by side. That's what I feel. That's my argument. But how do you guys feel about these new food labs coming up?
I like them.
I like them a lot. It makes it a lot easier to actually, because sometimes you have an abundance of choices, so it's difficult to decide what you want to eat. But it's convenient that there's so many different places in a single spot, to where depending on what you're feeling that day, bam, it's right there. and then everyone
Yeah,
can have
exactly.
something different, not just everyone
Why?
a slave to the majority. And,
Right.
and
Why
yeah.
choose one place to eat when you can have several options to eat?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's gonna take off more? We'll be seeing a lot more. Do you think big businesses, big corporations have an answer to these things?
Oh man, imagine a food court of just all mainstream shit. You walk in, there's like a McDonald's, a Pizza Hut, a Panda Express, some Chipotle.
I mean, I could see a future where they join forces like that.
There is such a thing already, with like
In a
travel
mall?
spots.
In a
No,
mall?
travel spots.
Yeah, in a mall. Travel
You
spots?
see yeah, mall travel spots, like travel areas where truckers stop and all that stuff, where you're traveling,
Yeah.
road trips and stuff.
Hmm.
You see a bunch of mainstream
Like chains all together.
chain. Yeah, so
Yeah, because I mean, one of the biggest reasons why malls died, like traditional retail malls, was because all of the services and everything were replaceable by Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you can't replace restaurants with Amazon or really anything else. People are trying to do the whole DoorDash thing and Uber Eats and all that jive. But I think a lot of the times food is still an experience that you have to have at the place. And the food is always going to be better when it's freshly made at the place.
Right.
So I don't know if we'll ever see like a downward trend. I think it's just going to keep going up. And then before we know it, the only like businesses out on streets and stuff is just all going to be food, because that's really the only thing that can survive.
in terms of real estate and like amount of space that it takes up, I think food courts are just so efficient, super efficient. Instead of having a bunch of individual restaurants, you put your restaurant in one of those, people are going to see it. People are going to stop because they're already in that area.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you
That's
imagine the
fair, man.
premium that they have to pay for a spot?
Mm-hmm. And it's also one of those things, if they have a limited space, which means they have limited ingredients, which means they're limited at what they can actually sell in that day. If you remember last time we went to Heaven City, the place we ate at actually had to close down because they ran out of food.
True. But is that a bad thing? I mean,
It's
yeah,
a good problem
in
to
terms of
have.
maximize,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a good problem to have, yeah.
you maximize your profits for the day. You can't ship anymore, right? Because shipments aren't all day every day, you know. So, I definitely think it's a good thing. I love these food courts. I absolutely love them, and I feel like environmentally and it's sensible.
I'm gonna give
You put a bunch of
I'm gonna give you
ahead.
some pushback, because it's a blessing and a curse. Because when you go out to, or even when you eat at home, when do you have like do you eat and then you snack and then you eat dessert?
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Because when we
see
go to
exactly- like
when we
it.
go to a food court, we have the main meal, we have something else that you might crave, and then we always get dessert as well. And so
Yeah.
I feel like that's I feel like that's us though. I don't know. I don't know if anybody everybody else
I
does
feel like
it.
if you're ever going to overindulge, it will be at a food court.
Because of the ease of access kind of thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I don't think that's very
You-
environmentally friendly either, because now we're overeating and all the problems associated with that.
It's not like you're gonna be there every single day.
Some people do.
We've gone enough
And some people
times.
are.
We've gone enough times.
But I only eat that way because it's a once a week thing max.
Right.
But if I was there every day, I honestly would just have the thing, right? The one thing that I was craving, right? Because you're there enough, I guess, to just be like, oh, today I'm craving this, today I'm craving that. But when you go one time, you're craving all these things, you get all those things.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Well, you touched on something that I wanted to kind of like talk about: Uber Eats and the idea of ghost kitchens. Have you guys heard of that?
What the hell's a
You've
ghost
explained
kitchen?
that. That's when a restaurant will post under a fake name, right?
Yeah. So they'll say this is a brand new, exciting Mexican food place. They have little taquitos. They have all these things, but it's 7-Eleven selling your fucking taquitos.
Oh shit!
That's a thing.
Wait, what?
That's a thing that happens. This is a new pizzeria. It's fucking incredible. You guys should try it. And it's
Chuck E. Cheese.
It's Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Offloading their pizzas. Like,
no way.
Yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think is like? Is it morally right? Do you guys think like I wouldn't want to be fucking lied to. I wouldn't step foot at a 7-Eleven to go eat.
So
But
here's the thing,
7-Eleven
right? If you're
Hot dogs at
ordering it,
7-Eleven are decent though. Go ahead.
if you're ordering it and you enjoy the meal, what's it matter at the end of the day?
The
makes
deception? I don't know.
The deception is fucked up, and businesses probably shouldn't be doing that. But like, if you enjoyed it, if you legitimately get it and enjoy it, and it was cheap because it was from a fucking gas station, you just didn't know it. It's like, oh, okay, well, all right. But if they mark it up, then oh yeah, that's incredibly fucked up.
I mean, do they?
Yeah,
I'm assuming that the product packaging is different, right? So it's not like a
it's different,
7-Eleven
but
box or Chuck E. Cheese box.
No.
Okay.
It's. But the thing is, whenever you're gonna use Uber Eats and it's a brand new restaurant, whatever, make sure you check the address, because the address is usually whatever store it actually is.
Yeah, that's why I only order mainstream shit.
And that when you said a ghost kitchen, I thought you meant like they were operating from home, and it's not like
Some
a
people do that.
retail like
There's
a
people-
place. Oh,
Like this podcast, right? There's people that legit are at home cooking all day, right? And they cook all day, and they sell it through Uber Eats.
right.
Because they're trying to establish a business. It's trying to establish themselves, and they start off that way. That's a new
Yeah,
thing
makes
that is
sense.
happening with Uber Eats, and I respect that a little bit more than deception of eating fucking 7-Eleven wings. But you know that I don't use food ordering services. I know that Jeff does, but he sticks to the mainstream stuff. He sticks to Popeyes. He sticks to the shit he likes.
Yeah, because this goes back to what Franek was saying, where why would I order shit from a restaurant when it's just gonna taste better there? Like it's the whole experience, like Franek brought up. Like I'm not gonna order shit from a local restaurant because it's gonna taste worse when it gets here. So at least when it's from like a chain restaurant, I already know it's gonna be shitty quality regardless. It's gonna taste regardless if I eat it there or eat it at home.
True.
Okay. I mean, In-N-Out doesn't taste the same.
In-N-Out's
If you-
not on those apps, from what I know.
Oh, they're not.
No.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, the line's already big enough as it is. There's no way they would be able to
Yeah,
like
it wouldn't change anything.
supply that.
Should we talk about moral dilemmas of supporting a restaurant? That was one of those things that was on our group text.
Well,
Or not.
you're a hipster, man. What
We're
more
gonna
do
attack
we,
Chick-fil-A
what more needs to
or
be said?
old Papa John's.
See, I like Chick-fil-A. I found the replacement in Raising Cane's.
Oh, I see what you're talking about now.
Yeah, yeah. That I love Chick-fil-A, but the thing is, like, I have a lot of gay friends.
Dude,
right?
you gotta turn
And-
away. It's just like when you support Michael Jackson's music or R. Kelly, or sometimes you gotta separate
the
two.
art from the artist.
Yeah.
Separate the art from the artist. I mean, I love Kanye West. I've said it before. I love Kanye West, but I wasn't down with the whole MAGA shit, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those things, right? That I wholeheartedly believe that everything you support, there's going to be shit on,
Yeah.
right? It's just nothing's gonna be clean. Anything, especially a corporation, like it's just not gonna be clean.
Yeah.
But we, what do we do about stuff like Chick-fil-A? What do we do about stuff like Michael Jackson? Do we just...
Hey man, Michael Jackson, all that stuff was unfounded.
He was a kid at heart, all right? Leave him alone.
Yeah, leave him alone, man. He had a rough childhood.
Yeah. Right? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's just its own episode, but like, we're talking about like food, right? You got like Chick-fil-A.
So
You know.
I'll use Chick-fil-A as an example. you already found your other options, right? Like, why go to Chick-fil-A when you can go to Raising Cane's? Or
But what if Raising Cane's comes out and they're like, you know what? You know, we committed genocide in, you know, somewhere. Like, the fuck, dude? What do? I love chicken.
well,
Fuck.
then there again, separate the art from the artist, man.
But what's the extent? What, like,
Where's the line?
where's the line?
Well, that's
like,
on you to decide.
I think the line is when it affects you.
no,
Because a lot of no,
Not at
because
all.
straight up, a lot of people are hypocritical and they love certain social causes, but then all they'll really do is retweet or repost on social media, and then they think that that's it. But then when push comes to shove, and their obsession for Chick-fil-A outweighs their love, like quote unquote love for like the LGBT community, then you know,
So
it's until
should
until it affects the person. Where like if you were part of that the LGBT group, then you might be like, you know, Chick-fil-A's canceled, not eating there. But who
So what
knows?
should I do? Should I go to Chick-fil-A and then whatever my total is, double that and donate that to an LGBTQ community?
Sure, if that'll make you feel better.
Yeah, take some Chick-fil-A to a LGBT rally. Free Chick-fil-A here. Who wants some Chick-fil-A?
Damn. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't like eating large scale like large like established brands like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I have my exceptions, right? My exceptions are In-N-Out, Chick-fil-A, and Waba Grill, if you can call it a big.
It's a
I don't
franchise.
even know if Waba.
It's a franchise, so I
Yeah.
would say, yeah.
So Waba Grill, and on occasion, very rare occasions, Yoshinoya, but that's about it. Like that's where I stay on fast food. But
Yeah. So it's food has a lot of pros and cons, obviously survival, but then once you get to the other side of food where it's about pleasure and you have politics intertwined in with it now, and
Or when it's
Do you
about
think
likes.
it's tough, man.
Jeff, let's see, what you got, Jeff?
Let me get back on my soapbox here. Y'all motherfuckers need to just eat your fucking food, dude. Don't take 10 fucking minutes to get the lighting right, to fucking get the picture right, and fucking post it on Instagram. No one gives a shit about what you're fucking eating. Just eat your goddamn food. I'm gonna make an anti-account where I just post pictures of empty plates just to spite people.
Empty food
Food?
plates.
Yeah.
Food is art, Jeff. Food is art. It's a creative expression that you eat. I just said that earlier.
You didn't
But-
make that. If you made it, it's one thing. You're literally just eating someone else's creation.
Dude, it's just
Fuck
like
off with your-
it's
it's-
like
it's an
walking
art.
around with the Starbucks cup. It gives you status. So depending on what you're eating, it's status.
Just eat your food.
You start taking pictures of McDonald's, your trash ass burgers and shit.
Hell yeah, just to spite people. After I finished eating it, of course.
Have you seen
Empty
those videos
wrappers.
of people? There's those videos of people like trying to take a picture of their food, and there's just assholes just mixing it up, making it look gross. Have you seen that? Like, I mean, to take it that far.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it that far. That's fucking stupid. But it just annoys me. Aren't there some people that literally just like take the picture and then like eat 2 bites and not give a shit afterwards? Like they just ordered it for the picture.
I can see that.
That's fucking stupid too.
I mean, food critics do that. They don't eat the entire meal.
It's a
They
waste
have
of
to
food.
sample everything. You know, so it. Do you okay? Is this an Americanism? This is 100% an Americanism. Eating for pleasure. Frank just said people eat for pleasure.
Yep.
No.
I would think Mexico would have something to say about that. Given,
Do you think?
given
so?
that they're like the number one fattest
Are
country?
they the
The-
fattest country in the world?
I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah.
But the thing is, it has to do with the products that they're supplied with. The products that the government and all that stuff, like corporations, are are subsidizing and funding it. Like, if all you had is access to sugary shit and all that stuff, like, you are gonna get bigger.
Well, the same thing is
Right?
true here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, hormones and stuff are making girls, younger girls, develop faster. We're getting bigger. We're literally becoming, the cows
Speak
that
for
are
yourself,
getting.
man.
Yeah, it's just like we're getting bigger. We're big. We're getting pumped with the same hormones that fucking cows are, right? And it's just like, I don't. It's an Americanism for sure, or a piece of privilege to be able to eat.
It all comes down to
pleasure.
corn, man. It all comes down to corn.
And to an extent, chicken.
Well, no, think about it. Corn is heavily subsidized in the U.S. We have so much fucking corn that we just turned it into corn syrup. And then that goes in literally every fucking thing. Everything has corn syrup. And that's all fucking sugar. And that's all, there you go. Corn syrup.
Coca-Cola. Okay,
Corn
I
syrup.
I don't like Coke either. I'm Cristiano Ronaldo here. I don't like Coke. But when you go to Mexico, holy fucking shit, I cannot get off of a Coke.
Because it's made with real sugar.
Coke is incredible. Coke is amazing in real sugar bases.
Mhm.
Corn syrup bases is ooh. Like it's the devil. I don't like it, but God, those Mexican Cokes are amazing. So yeah, like this could be a whole other topic that we can talk about, like the whole corn, like corn running things. We got Tyson with the chicken. We got like all these things that we could tackle the conspiracies that go in with the chicken base of spicy chicken craze right now, right?
True.
So like,
Yeah.
but yeah, food, man.
Food is great, and I'm going to hopefully eat some better food today. But yeah,
man. I hope you have a great success. Maybe I'll do some research and shoot you a text. See what's up.
Oh, you don't
See
gotta
what
do
you should
that.
have.
Man. You don't gotta do that, dude. I appreciate it though.
No, you're gonna go to Taco
I'll
Bell?
let you on. I'll text
All
you guys
right.
later if I had something good out here. But
All right.
Go to Taco Bell in the resort, bro. It won't upset
Get it from
it won't
McDonald's,
upset your
bro.
stomach.
and I wish there was a
Yeah.
Taco Bell here. I would have that over whatever I've been eating here. That's how bad it's been.
I like to shit on Taco Bell, but during high school they came up clutch. They had that Frito burrito thing that was like the spicy Fritos.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think about that sometimes. But all right, I guess that's the end of our episode, man.
Yeah, man. Gotta get back on vacation mode. I gotta, put in work here real quick, but vacation mode's activated again, so I gotta head out.
Yeah, man. Go out there and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, man, have some good eating, and as well as our listeners, go get something you like. Treat yourself to something nice. I always say, when's the last time you did something for yourself? Especially, it could be something small like eating your favorite thing, So, as long as you don't do that shit every day, because you can get fat as fuck like me, But
But that's a topic for a different day.
that's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right, yo.
You can reach us at our website, tiltednotstirred.com, where you can find links to our Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit. You can listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube.
Yeah. And remember to join us to share your questions, voice your thoughts on what has you tilted, not stirred.
Later.
Bone apple tea.